First Corinthians 7:21 through 24. Art thou called being a servant, slave, bondservant when you became a Christian? Care not for it. Stop letting it annoy you. Never mind. Don't let that worry you. What he's referring to is whether you're circumcised, whether you're not, don't let it trouble you. He ain't saying that we shouldn't even concern ourselves with some things. Because there's things we need to concern ourselves. Things of the Lord that we need to strive for. But if thou mayest be free, use it rather. Even if you gain your freedom, make the most of your present condition instead. So what he's talking about here is being bound to the traditions of the law. If you're made free of it, if you ain't accustomed to it, then be free from it. But if you're not, make the most of it. Now, this isn't saying that they're under the law. This is saying that they're under the law, but they're saved by grace. They're bound to the law. We as Gentiles aren't bound to the law. We're free through Christ, but we serve Christ to a higher level than the law expected. But more so, this is talking about the ceremonial stuff than anything. The moral tradition's higher standard. Ceremonial, met through Christ. We don't got to do sacrifice. We don't got to do the feast. This is applying to those that did. Then keep the customs. But don't worry about it. You know, there may be certain traditions we as Christians have to keep in a certain church we go to. Keep it. Don't worry about it. Don't be legalistic about traditions, but don't offend people by not keeping them. That's what Paul's alluding to. For he that is called of the Lord, being a servant, is the Lord's freeman. Likewise also he that is called, being free, is Christ's servant. So what it's saying is, we're made free from Christ. But being free from Christ, we're his servants. Anything we're bound to, we're made free from in Christ. For all of us that sin, we're free from sin through Christ. Well, we're servants after Christ. Which means we're free from one and bound to him. Which is complete freedom. You know, think about it. Anything else, if you're bound to, you're under bondage. If you're bound to the Lord, it's such greater blessing being bound to him that is better than the freedom you could have otherwise. Ye are bought with a price, but not ye the servants of men. Be not ye the servants of men. So what this is saying is pretty much we're not to be people pleasers. We're to be God pleasers. Now, with a certain aspect of that, that means we make people happy as the Lord leads us. But there's also a certain aspect of that to where that don't happen. For instance, to explain it better, our folks, when we serve God, the people who are looking after God and trying to serve him will be pleased. But if they're not, and God's pleased, that's all that matters. Should we purposely try to upset people? No. But if it comes to pleasing God or upsetting people, we need to please God. And I think that's what he's alluding to here. Not being servants of men. Does this saying we shouldn't serve men? No, because we're called to be servants of Christ. And Christ came to serve people, so we serve as Christ did. This just means we aren't built to please people. Our first interest is pleasing God. Brethren, let every man wherein he is called therein abide with Christ. Whether you're Jew, whether you're Gentile, abide in Christ. Christian first. This can be taken to the level saying, okay, I'm American, we're this way. You're Christian first. Being Christian always comes first, is what he's saying here. And then everything else